Climate change, it's something we keep a really close eye on, and not just in terms of how it affects us humans. You know those stone crabs that you like to eat? They're vulnerable too, and they're the cash crop for a multi-million-dollar industry right here in Florida. And that's why Moat Marine is studying how stone crabs react to acid levels in the water. Our Phil Buck has today's chemistry lesson.
The Tampa Bay area is beautiful, and it's also a great big petri dish for the scientists at Moat Marine Lab and Aquarium. Think back to your high school chemistry class. pH determines how acidic a liquid is. More acid in the water, that affects marine animals. And when you're talking about a multi-million-dollar industry like stone crabs, a little added acidity down there, well, that can have a major impact on our economy up here.
The stone crab industry, it's a big industry here in South Florida. It's about a $25 to $30 million per year industry, but the industry in the last several years we've seen poor harvest. So those are stone crab eggs. This is an early brood.
That's why scientists like Dr. Philip Gravenese are looking into whether or not stone crabs in certain habitats can handle fluctuations in acid levels. Ocean acidification is expected to go way up in the coming decades, fueled largely by more carbon in the atmosphere. The oceans absorb carbon out of the air, and when that CO2 mixes with the H2O in the oceans, it creates carbonic acid, which makes seawater more acidic and steals carbonate from the water, which marine life use to build their shells and skeletons.
But we have some evidence that they could be in trouble. Well, they're part of South Florida's culture. We've been celebrating stone crabs for years, every year, and this fishery is starting to come around again. In October 15th is the opening of the fishery, and we're going to be having seafood festivals and stone crab eating claw contests. So it's really important for local economies. It's a big boon to the local industry.
I'm glad they made that easy to understand, because in high school it was tough. So scientists say they found higher acid levels can cut stone crab larva production by as much as 30%. And that number becomes even more significant considering the smaller harvests we've seen here in the area over the last few years.